so very much for checking this out. I appreciate you taking the time. So I'm Jane and I'm a spiritual guide, and so what I do is I talk to people about compassion and love and acceptance and joy and tantra and zen and all of these spiritual components of our human experience. And meanwhile, back at the ranch of me and my life, I choose to see the world through the lens of love. Like when I look in the mirror, when I look at other people, when I look at things that I don't like, I know that it is an expression of love and anger, or it is an expression of love and fear. And so I have this awareness, and I'm still a human. I still get to have really fucked up experiences and challenges and hard times, and I get myself through it. And I have a beautiful, supportive community of friends and neighbors and just lovely people in my life. So I wanted to share where I am getting to practice patience. It's fun. So I had a woman living here with me, and she reached out in a time of need saying that where she had been living was not emotionally and physically safe for her. And I'm like, yes, you can come to the Cribstead. This has been a place for shelter for people who need shelter. And it's a healing space. And a lot of beautiful growth and development has occurred here at the Cribstead. So she shows up and brings her daughter, which is just fantastic and beautiful. However, she never told me she had a daughter. And then so she comes here, leaves her daughter here, and totally leaves the house for a couple hours while I'm babysitting and hanging out with her daughter. And which again she's beautiful and fantastic. So anyway, so the woman comes back and she stayed here, went out of town for the holidays, came back, and when she came back for the holidays from visiting her family, just felt a little different, which who doesn't change after they visit family? I mean, right? And so I went into her room after getting permission to open the blinds because I have plants in there and the blinds were closed. I don't want the plants to die because it's not been very sunny here in the Queen City, and it's sunny today. Anyway, so I got permission to go into the room, and I did, and she had poured salt all over the floor. Under the bed, behind the bed, around the floor, every single nook and cranny of my 1947 hardwood floors that have 1947 qualities to them. So there's salt everywhere, and I was like, this isn't okay. Please don't do this. And it was just a really big struggle for me to get all the salt out between each of the individual wooden slats in this floor. So I had asked her if she could get someone in here to actually remove that for me. So she gets home that evening and was like, I gotta go, I'm moving out, the budget does not work out. And I was like, okay, have a good day, see you later, good luck, wish you well, is all that. So she still owes me this money. And she proceeded to that evening tell a group that we're in together of 20 something people that she was afraid for her life living with me, and she didn't trust me, she did not feel safe, and even mentioned how white people kill black people and hide their bodies. And all this was directed at me. And so while I was just being attacked with all of her experience that she was dealing with from the inside, if I don't feel trust, that's my feeling. It's mine. Doesn't matter where I am, I'm not gonna feel safe. So this is her shit, and I'm holding space for her while she shares it. So then when it was my turn to speak and stand up for myself, she called me a bitch and hung up. And so that I never got to even share my side of anything, which was, I don't know what the hell happened. All I know is she poured salt all over the room to keep demons away. And when I asked her not to do that, she abruptly left. So there's that. Homegirl still owes me money. So I've been kindly reaching out and saying, hey, if you could still owe me that money, that'd be great. And she's like, well, I was barely there. I'm like, well, so here's the thing, you were here and then your belongings were here, so that's how rent works. Like, it's just what it does. And even though you owe me this much, I'll discount it, and like only like this much money, we'll call it even Stevens. So here we are, nearing the end of the month. I send her another message asking her if she could please pay me for the time that she was here. And then she starts to go into this like passive aggressive bullying thing. That's the only way that I can describe it, which is like, don't pull this bullshit on me, I think is don't play this bullshit. Something like that was the text message response when I just said, you know, hey, is there any way that you could pay me the money before January 30th? And she's telling me that it'll be like, I don't know, mid-March. And then becoming accusatory and blaming me for the reason she left. You know, because I had to move out so quickly, I can't pay you. I'm like, that was your choice. Like, you had a freak out because I asked you not to put salt all over the house. So, or even the room, like whatever. So here I am, all that to say, I could use the money, you know, it'd be nice. I'm being like passive aggressively bullied, and I'm trying to be patient and kind and compassionate for another human being who has expressed their lack of safety and trust within themselves. And standing up for myself and saying, no, this is what is requested. And it's, I don't even know what to do anymore. Like I don't want to be like, oh, fuck it, throw my hands up in the air, because that's lame. Like, I've done that to so many things, like, oh, whatever, it's fine, I'll just let it go. And then sometimes, you know, like, fight tooth and nail and all the way to the bitter end, and that's not my jam either. And, you know, being patient, asking for it, also kind of letting it go and coming back and being met with just unkindness. I mean, really, just like a victimization, a victim story. Like, it's your fault that you don't have this. And I'm like, this is just weird. And I have a feeling that this is just preparing me for being able to handle more of this, I guess. You know, and it's money. So like, it's not like if she doesn't give it to me, I'm never going to have this however many $100 again. However, there's something that just doesn't feel right in it. So here I am, a spiritual guide for like humans, and then I get to have my own like combo platter of what the hell do I get to deal with in this it's silly, like it's a minute situation, like it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. What does matter is that I get to be patient and I get to be compassionate, because she is just another aspect of me in a different body. I get to be fiery and communicative and clear in sharing my request for this human experience. And when she says yes or no, that I get to honor that, ask for more, ask again, figure out how to respond when she says, I'll just block you. I'm like, then really? Like, I just want the money that you lived here. It's such a very interesting time. Yeah, so I just wanted to share my story of how I get to practice patience for something that I can't change. It's something that by definition would be like really annoying and not very kind and like passive aggressive and kind of bullying, because here she is, this chick that I don't know. The first time I met her, she looked me square in the eyes and says, I don't trust you, and walked away, and then calls me in a time of need, and I still accept her, and I'm like, yes, please come in. Let me offer you a home to reside, please. Like, I'm honored to do so. I'm happy you trust me. You know, I get to experience this whole situation, and it's just weird. It's just weird. And I know that it's humaning at its finest. And I wanted to share this story, probably for me to look back on and be like, well, I remember that one time. It's great. It's a hoot. You know, yeah, I guess, you know, in dealing with people that have fear, people who have fear, and in their space of fear, how it manifests into lack of trust, lack of security, lack of safety, through their programming and their perception, the way they choose to see things and twist things, and then share their story of victimization and victimhood. When now here I am, this woman who like has kind of like flipped her switch to me, knows where I live. Like, I'm like, talk about not trusting. And I'm like, okay, no, okay, not only my patients, she's not crazy. She's not gonna come to your house. She's not gonna flip her switch and like go totally berserkers on you. And like trusting that she's gonna maintain clarity in her heart and integrity in her human capacity, and in her word to pay for the time that she lived here. So yeah, I just wanted to share kind of what I'm going through, where I get to grow and expand into, and where I get to root down some patience. So I hope that everyone is enjoying their now. Hopefully it's sunshiny and lovely wherever you are, and if not, hopefully you can close your eyes and take a breath and envision the warmth of the sun on your skin, because man, that's a gift. Haven't had sun here in a few days, and it's out, and man, it's just a gift. I love the sunshine. Anyway, I digress. Thanks for watching this. Thanks for checking this out. You can share this if you like. You can totally go down and click on that PayPal or Patreon and support me when I loan people money, or I let people live here and they don't stay in integrity to their word. And if you want to pick up people's slack for me, I'll accept it. If not, it's totally cool. You can just like breathe in some patience and send it to me. I would appreciate that too. So thank you for checking this out. I hope that your nows are amazing and full of all the patience that you want. Thanks, bye.